as you have too. I've never seen their power play this inept.
The chance right up the middle. As Norrie was knocked aside. He's out there with McCausland now. And Bubnik. Power play now 0 for 3. Here's Mike Green. Back the other way for the Kootenay Ice. Green centering pass for Beachy. Picked off by Sean Norrie, and he quickly gets it up to McCausland. McCausland will flip it in. And Walker is there to pick it off. Back the other way they come. Beachy, long shot, stole, missed the target. Beachy will keep it in. Jaffrey knocking down Bubnik as the Hitmen try and get it out. Fisher is there. Stoll. Jaffrey, and he will just shoot it in. Tron will leave it there for Sarich. Rod Sarich starting out. Good pass for Chris Beach. Having trouble getting started as the Kootenay Ice putting on pressure right out in front. Burt couldn't get a shot away, and Cron decides to hang on to it. As we mentioned, the power play is suffering, and one reason Coach Clark is not seeing the usual firepower is the absence of this guy. The Pavel Brendel story continues. The top pick of the New York Rangers out because of this. It happened last night, and not a smart decision, Coach, to take the man when the game's over and the 2 points are in your back pocket.
You know, I'm sure he thought he had another goal there in his back pocket with the net wide open. He missed it, went in there, gave the guy, Rossiter, a little tap on the back. And, you know, he's a pretty big guy, Brendel is. He packs a good bunch of muscle there and drove him right into the wall. And you're going to get called for that every time. There's no question in my mind when it happened that there was going to be a match penalty.
Here's Burt back the other way. Quick shot, Tuchek. Rebound in front. Pettinger, the chance to get it out, and does. Right up the middle now. Here's Chris Beach going in. Beach moving past Kristanovich. Scores! Jordan Kristanovich has tied the game. The speed, the transition of the Calgary Hitmen. And Kristanovich capitalizes.
Kevin, there's still a little gas left in the tank, but it takes you way back to the blue line. Watch the left side of your screen. That's Pettinger making that pass, and then it's home free, and the race is on. And once you get it to that spot in the front of the net, it was very, very important for Calgary to get this next goal to tie this game and, in fact, join the match. That's a pretty good job. Blackburn would love to have gone a little further to his one side to cover that pad. Look, he's looking down and saying, man, if I'd have got that pad out a little bit further. But it all started back at the Calgary blue line by Pettinger. Hey, we got ourselves a pretty good game right now. This will spark the Hitmen.
Beach and Pettinger picking up the assist. On the 16th goal of the season by Jordan Kristanovich, the one that has tied this game. Loose in front. Ron Conley clears it away. Garrett Smithson in the corner. Nielsen centering it out, looking for Moran. Moran. Smithson shot, rebound, another chance. Oh, and Blackburn makes 3 big saves and keeps it a 1-1 game as the Hitmen are turning up the heat.
Isn't that something? That's exactly what happens. Every coach in the league has paid a price when you let down for a little bit. Blackburn at his absolute best. That little sequence was the 3 best saves that he's made in this hockey game. There's one. He keeps that puck close. There's another one, and one more, and he says, thank you that puck is in my pads and in the paint. We got a face-off in our own zone. Just like that, they score. It's like lightning strikes, doesn't it, Kevin? Off a bang, they score, and they come back, and that would not have been unusual for Calgary to go ahead that quickly after looking very, very mediocre for a lot of the period.
Game last night, they were trailing 2-0, but scored 3 unanswered goals to win that one. Here's Sarich with a shot, rebound in front, another chance, there it is, scores! McCausland! And just like that, the Calgary Hitmen have the first lead of the hockey game.
Talk about face-offs. Hey, it's so simple. It's funny how well they do it. What's this? Face-off. There I got Sarich, shot on net. You know there's going to be a rebound. You get yourself free in front of the net, lose the check. Sean McCausland says, I'll fight off my check. I'll get to the puck. I like that biscuit laying right there for me. Watch it. Rebound. Norrie tries to get it. McCausland stays with it. It's 2-1 Hitmen.
So important to clear away the rebound. McCausland picking up his 14th goal at 5:06. 2 goals in just 46 seconds. The Hitmen, lightning striking here in the third period, and they've got the lead.
And Kevin, in between those 2 goals, Blackburn was called to make his 3 best saves of the game.
And he made the first save off Sarich, but the rebound sat there, and Sean McCausland put it home. Now, a test for this Kootenay Ice team. Can they come back? Big bump there. Another chance. As Kenton Smith is throwing his body around. In behind the net, Beach being watched by Jaffrey and Stoll. Jaffrey behind the net. Beachy waiting out in front. Crowd getting into this now as Dan Pettinger starts out. Pettinger will just flip it in. That line is heading to the bench. Garrett Smithson steps up. Nice move by Fisher to get around him. Can't get around Brad Moran, though. Does get it to Blatney, who flips it in. Smithson can't control the puck. Jaroslav Svoboda almost turned it over. Nielsen lost his glove in the process. Smithson keeps it in. Long shot. Blackburn, the blocker save. Moran keeping the pressure on. So important here for the Kootenay Ice to stay calm. Plenty of time left. 13 minutes, 17 seconds to go in the third. They're down by 1. Ice with the pressure. Hitmen get it out down the ice. Here is Walker. Quick shot. Lasso chips it in. He'll head to the bench. Mike Green is out there, the goal scorer. He gets knocked down, and there's going to be a penalty. And it's going to be Rod Sarich who will go to the bench. And the penalty box and the ice and the power play when we come back.
You want a demonstration of obstruction holding or hooking? Watch this. Sarich, 6. Stoll on the chase. Kinch with the puck. Sarich says, Stoll, you ain't going to get my man. I got to give him some space. Kinch head up, full possession. Sarich in the penalty box. Clark concerned.
The Ice going on their third power play of the hockey game, 0 for 2 with 2 shots in the previous 2 man advantages, and a great chance here to get right back in this game. Mike Green, who got his 35th goal in the second period, wins the faceoff. Pass for Walker is picked off. Again, they hit so dangerous, shorthanded. Norrie and McCausland up front. Kinch and Kenton Smith on the blue line. Here is Walker for Kootenay. He'll flip it in, knocked by a high stick from Smith, Svoboda. But it's touched by Smith, and that brings the whistle. Don't forget, coming up after this game, we'll go down to Qualcomm Stadium in San Diego for a huge match for the Canadian men's soccer team as they take on the Mexican side in the Soccer Gold Cup tournament. That comes up right after our game here from Calgary on Sportsnet. Game day, every day. Minute 37 to go in the man advantage for the Kootenay Ice. Face-off coming up in the Calgary zone. Green will take the draw against Beach. Puck comes loose, and it's shot down the ice. Ice starting out, right up the middle it goes. Blatney leads this team in power play goals, set a record as 14 with the man advantage. Would love one here. Side of the net, tipped by Svoboda. Blatney will pick up the loose puck. Back up top to Walker. Quick shot deflected. Svoboda at the side of the net. Puck is still loose. He's got it. Gives it to Green. Mike Green hanging on to it. Green down low to Svoboda. 56 seconds to go in the man advantage. Here's Green moving in. Still has Svoboda side of the net. Tip loose in front. Blatney, yeah! Wide open. Puts it home. We're all tied up at 2. The leading power play specialist on this team does it again. And this game is once again knotted at 2.
I'll tell you something, when that net comes as wide open as it does on this play, this is just good work in getting it to the front of the net. But watch the guy with a stick up, far left of your screen. He has got so much time. You know what? One thing about Blatney on that shot, Kevin, he made sure that that puck didn't bounce over a stick. Watch from this ice level here. He's calling for it. He knows it's going to come here. Comes through, it's bouncing. He bears down. Watch that. See how he stayed with that puck to make sure that it didn't bounce over a stick? All you kids out there, watch it. That's the way you got to bear down on a puck around the net. It's never lying flat. It's almost always on end. That's just great concentration by a natural goal scorer, Blatney.
Gets his 36th of the season, 50 with the man advantage. Frank Cron did a good job to make the first save, but again, the rebound came right to Blatney all alone, and he buried it. We're tied at 2. Great action here in the Western Hockey League Central Division. Pettinger shoots it in. Chris Donovan trying to keep it in. He's a goal scorer. Gets up to Sinclair now, going one-on-one with Sarich. Sinclair stops. Wrist shot. Cron the save, and he'll hang on to it.
Kevin, Zdeněk Blatney, there is a Calgary connection. You know, when fan favorite Alexander Fomichev, the goalkeeper last year that led this team to the Memorial Cup final, when he was let go because of a numbers game of 20-year-olds, he was traded to Seattle. Well, Seattle already had a European hockey player by the name of Oleg Saprikin. Now, Saprikin is a 9th overall pick and belongs to the Calgary Hitmen. The guy that became expendable was that guy right there, Zdeněk Blatney. So Seattle with 3 Europeans, Fomichev, they had to have him involved. They're not going to give up Saprikin. They gave up Blatney to Kootenay in a trade, and boy, the rest is history. Has that Kootenay team been happy with his performance this year?
And Oleg Saprikin, the connection there, the first-round draft pick of the Calgary Flames. He'd love to be playing here at the Saddle Dome with the big club.
He is absolutely the best European that I have seen, and I don't know all the years I've been involved in here, and that's Oleg Saprikin. It's a natural.
Here's the Kootenay ice, but the whistle is going to go because we've got a fight near the Calgary bench. And it's Jaffrey. And that's Norrie. John Norrie. And Jason Jaffrey. This all started at the blue line. Norrie's lost his helmet and he goes down. Well, the tension's starting to rise here in the third period with 10:52 to go. We're all tied up at 2. And those two players head to the bench, and we'll tell you what's coming up in the big leagues. Regional action from GM Place in Vancouver. The Canucks coming home after a very successful 3-2 road trip and putting a win over Ottawa on Saturday. That comes your way 7 o'clock Pacific. And the Los Angeles Kings go into Skyreach Center, where the Edmonton Oilers lost to Calgary yesterday. They'll need a win as they look for a playoff position. Sportsnet, game day, every day. There's a look at Sean Norrie and Jason Jaffrey in the penalty box. Not a bad little tilt.
Yeah, Norrie, you know, his older brother played in this league with the T-Birds in Seattle, and he was one of the best fighters. Jason Norrie was an outstanding scrapper. I don't know, I've kind of lost track a little bit of where he's playing hockey right now. I think it might be somewhere in the East Coast League, but we'll get a good look at how this whole thing starts. There's usually some words spoken. Top right-hand corner. There you go. You just see the feet. Now we'll get up a little higher and you'll see the feet, and you'll see the bodies, and you'll see the fists, and watch what happens. Norrie doesn't, you know, good fighters will not let players get their hands free, and Norrie was unable to get an awful lot of licks in there. I don't know who Nancy Knuckles, our fight judge, gives that one to.
Connection there with Norrie. He was part of the ice organization in the 96-97 season. Now he's back battling his old team and battling Jason Jaffrey. Both those players off. Both teams stay at even strength. Face-off coming up in the Hitmen zone. 10 minutes, 52 seconds to go here in regulation time. Tied at 2. Quick shot. Braun make the save. Sinclair in the corner. Tuchek being watched by McCausland. Smith in there as well. Sinclair comes out of that pile of the puck. Back up top. Quick shot in front, and another penalty coming up. And we've got a slashing call.
I don't know who it's going to go against. It's certainly a white-shirted Calgary Hitman pretty excited about the fact it was called him. Is that Kenton Smith heading in the box?
That's him.
It's exactly who it is. You know, it's really unfortunate if the referee at this point starts to get too involved in this game. It's been really totally decided by the players on the ice. I think he's made the right calls, and I'm sure Coach Clark would say to this point, referees have done a pretty good job out here, the linesmen and the refs, and a lot of pushing, a lot of shoving. Well, he gives him a shot at the back of the legs. I'm sure that's a call right there. One shot, maybe it's the second one. You know, and that's that's a good call, Kevin. I mean, you got to give the guy the first one. He gave one the back of the legs, but when you get that second slash, certainly waist high or higher, you're going to end up paying for it, and that's what happened.
Fourth power play opportunity for the Ice. They're 1 for 3. And a goal by Zdeněk Blatný. He's out there now having some words with number 33, Tony Bader. More CHL hockey coming your way. February 27th, it's the Ontario Hockey League in the spotlight as the Mississauga Ice Dogs, owned by you-know-who, taking on the Brampton Battalion. The Battalion are owned by one of the co-inventors of Trivial Pursuit. So you think that organization's got some money?
Well, Blatný in the box. It's going to be 4-on-4 at this point. Now we'll get a look at it, see what Blatný does here. There's a hook, pulls him down to the ice. You can do that, but when you're 15 feet from the guy with a red armband, you're asking for trouble. You're going to get thrown in the box. It's 4-on-4 right now. That's a lot of possession hockey. Skill and speed are the two biggest factors to look for now. There's not a lot of dumping. There's not an awful lot of giving the puck up. Look and see how these teams handle this situation when there's 4 players against 4 skaters on the ice. It's 2-2, 10-18 left, third period.
Blatný and Smith are off, and that puck ends up in the Kootenay Ice bench.
Yeah, you can't say enough things about this guy's ability to handle the puck. You know, he passes so well. I've watched him tonight about 6-7 times. He makes that real good hard pass, Kevin, but doesn't slap the puck. And that's so important. It's got to be hard. So many rookies, when they go to an NHL training camp, the first couple scrimmages, they make some of the soft passes, and they'll have a veteran come up to them, kid, say, "Kid, you give me that puck. You give it to me much harder than that, because I'm going to get nailed when I get that puck." And you got to be able to make that pass without slapping the puck. He's the best passer in the league, McCarthy is.
Picked up an assist on the goal by Mike Green that gave the Ice 1-0 lead. Right now it's 2-2. And that is offside. 9:58 to go here in the third period. The Hitmen and Ice locked at 2. CHL Sunday on Sportsnet.
Canadian hockey's home away from home.
Well, Matt Kinch makes an awfully nice play if you're playing football, Kevin. He takes his man out beautifully, allows Nielsen, watch him slide with that puck right through that little zone there, but unfortunately for Kinch, it's obstruction interference. And he's going to sit for 2 in the box. And boy, we're getting more and more ice room all the time on the Saddle Dome ice surface. It's 4-on-3 right now, and the guys in blue, not Coach Clark's team in white, the guys in blue, the Kootenay Ice, are going to have a one-man advantage, 4-on-3. I look for some good puck possession here.
They've got Svoboda out there with Green and Walker, along with the captain, Steve McCarthy. Hitmen. Brad Moran is out there. Nielsen and Sarich in the middle. Here's Svoboda. Cross-ice pass, quick chance for Green, and hopped over his stick. And Nielsen broke his stick. Gets it back quickly as Svoboda's at center to McCarthy. He'll hang on to it, give it to Walker. Walker, nice move. Gets it to Green. Back to Steve McCarthy. Svoboda moving in. Svoboda hanging on, cross-ice pass. Centered it out in front for Walker, and his shot went wide. Mike Green has it now. Here is Green. McCarthy thought about the one-timer. Green moving in. Good job by the Hitmen. Green, side of the net. Quick shot blocked there nicely by Sarich. And he blocked the shot by Walker. Up top, Svoboda. McCarthy back to Svoboda. To Walker. Wines, fires a shot. And Cron made the save.
That's loose.
Puck is finally whistled down with 4 seconds to go on the 4-on-3. How about our Dodge trivia? Which NHL team did Kootenay defenseman Steve McCarthy start the 99-2000 season with? Was it Toronto, Boston, or Chicago? Yes, indeed. If you were listening, we talked about Chicago and the 5 games that he played with Chicago, including a big moment, Bill. He got drafted, and then he stuck with the team. They liked this kid's size, and then they liked what he did against the Vancouver Canucks on October the 6th. A memorable day for Steve McCarthy, his first goal in the NHL.
He looks pretty calm and poised through all that. There wasn't even much of a celebration there. He said, wait a minute.
Gotta be cool.
You got to be cool, man. I'm going to score a whole bunch of those in a red, black, and white uniform.
5 seconds to go. The penalty to Kenton Smith. 4 on 3 now with 8:42 to go in regulation time. Smith is set to step back out on the ice. He does now. We're back to 4 on 4 for the next 10 seconds. Player behind the net takes a bump. Smith. Flatney set to step back on the ice, and then another power play opportunity for the ice for the next 23 seconds. Down the ice it goes. Beach in a race for it with Burt. In the corner, Blatney looking for it as well, and here's Blatney starting out. Blatney, the power play goal-scoring leader for this Kootenay Ice team. Stoll gets knocked down. Smith then trying to clear it out. Ice, keep it in. Good job there by Blatney. Kinch is back on the ice, and we're at even strength. And nobody able to capitalize with the man advantages, even 4 on 3. The Hitmen do a good job. Around the boards it goes. Loses it. Beach by the net, centering out front. Chance for Gomez. Blackburn just getting his stick back now. And the puck is cleared out and into the seats. Once again, Dan Blackburn is tested.
A chance right in front of the net. Rockin' Robin Gomez. We haven't heard much of him, but he's a big tough guy they acquired this year as well, and he gets that puck in front of the net and is unable to square the stick up with the good shot. So consequently, he's got the blade on a bit of an angle, Kevin, and that makes the puck over top of the net. He's not noted for being a big goal scorer. You got to have that the blade of the stick curved in a little bit. He leads the team with an awful lot of penalties there, and that's what they acquired him for. He's a good, hard-nosed hockey player that brings something to the table every night that he's there. And you know, for a guy to come from where he's come to the #1 team in junior hockey is quite a step to make.
The Hitmen and the ice tied at 2 here in the third period. 7 minutes, 21 seconds to go in regulation time. Dean Arsini getting it up. First Svoboda. Chop at it. Flattening. Takes out Bader, loses his stick. Back the other way, Sarich. For Smithson. Smithson trying to get around Svoboda. Instead, it's Nielsen, and he's stopped by Steve McCarthy. Captain of the Kootenay Ice has one of the goals for Kootenay. He'll backhand it in, then take a bump from Robin Gomez. Rod Sarich starts out quickly from behind his own net to Smithson. Cross-ice pass looking for Gomez. Too far for him. Walker will get to it, and that will be icing against the Hitmen.
Kevin, 6'2", 190-pound, crashing, bang, skating, sweat, Jared Smithson just signed a contract as a 20-year-old free agent with the LA Kings. And you know, that has to, when the word of that happening around the league and all this CHL hockey gets around, it just boosts every 20-year-old out there that's doing the things that Jared Smithson has done to contribute to a hockey team. And you know, guys like Moran and guys like Kenton Smith and all those guys, Mike Green that's done so well here tonight, when they hear a 20-year-old sign, hey, it's a big boost, because you know they've come back for all the right reason, and it's great to see them be rewarded. Smithson is one of the fan favorites in this building.
I know he's one of your favorites. We watched that game last night. You love the way he strides. You love the way he comes back on defense. Absolutely.
His skating is exceptional. He gets in full speed in 2 strides, maybe better than anybody on Calgary team.
Arsini with a shot, blocker saved by Sarich behind the net now. Public centering it out in front, and it's cleared away. Kinch gets it up to Pettinger. Dan Pettinger, long shot, and Blackburn got a piece of it and send it into the seats. Speaking of the seats, pretty good crowd here at the Saddle Dome, and this team is drawing well. 7,100 folks in attendance, and over 8,000 here last night to see the Spokane Chiefs. So the NHL and the CHL can coexist. At least that's the story in Calgary. They're trying it in Montreal and Toronto, and they want to try it in Vancouver very soon.
Yeah, they've taken a little bit of a chance in any expansion city, Kevin, as you know, because if it's an expansion franchise, there's going to be some long losing nights, but we certainly wish them well in Vancouver. I think it's a great move.
6 minutes, 5 seconds to go here in regulation time. Behind the net,